Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gabo the Shaman, and today I'm just giving a quick update on where I've been and what's going on with the channel. So yeah, so basically, as you guys may know, I had a pretty severe illness in the beginning of, it was actually late July, early August, and so I've been pretty sick for, I was sick for about 2 weeks, and I went to the urgent care. They gave me some meds, and I took those and slowly got better. Double ear infection, not fun stuff. Was pretty sick, very sick there for a while, but now I'm feeling better, and since I've been feeling better, I have been just really taking care of myself, taking care of my own needs and the things that I need to do for myself. And so that's kind of where I've been. Just kind of making. I made like maybe one video in the between now and then, but yeah. So basically, it was pretty just like challenging, because still, the throat is feeling like my throat is not like fully healed yet. I'm still having a very hard time speaking. Probably need to talk to a doctor about that to see if any of my vocal cords are damaged or what's going on with that. But yeah, just kind of playing it by ear and, just kind of relaxing, taking a break. Been meditating a lot more, and the world needs that, But I'll talk about that in a second. But basically, what I wanted to talk about was, just taking care of myself and just kind of, just doing the things that I need to do for myself. So, I think I could probably have a lot more balance in life, between, putting out content on the channel versus taking care of my own needs and things like that. But yeah, I mean, it's when I first started the channel, as some of you may know, my long-term viewers and listeners, I would record a video every single day. I would do one a day, and I would make sure that was done every single day for a year and a half. Just about. I mean, I might have one day where it was just impossible to record videos. Every now and then, like maybe every, I don't know. It was very. Sorry guys, hold on. Right back. But yeah, I mean the recording videos was what I did every day. And I just did it no matter what, no matter how I was feeling, no matter what. And I think there's an important lesson in there. Some discipline, getting up and making sure you do something every day to better your life, to follow what you want to do with life. However, I also think that, there should also be balance too. So it's not like I'm sitting around and doing nothing all day. There's always something that I'm doing every day to help myself, to better myself and things like that. So yeah, I've been kind of learning that I need to take more of a break from the channel and just kind of take care of myself. So that's what I've been doing. And, I had a lot of stress that probably contributed to my illness. So, yeah, just stress, not, I guess, more self-imposed stress, but yeah, just kind of stuff going on with me. So, now I'm trying to take more of a balanced approach to things. I know that, like, I need to be getting back to recording more videos and things like that. Which is why I'm gonna ask you guys, if there's something that you want me to talk about, please let me know. Write it down in the comments so I have a list of videos to make. Alright, so if you want me to make more content for you, you gotta kind of give me suggestions. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing, and over the last few weeks. But yeah, man, it's been pretty good. I'm learning not to stress myself out over silly things. Again, like I've said, I've been meditating and doing energy work and energy practices, energy disciplines, and qigong, yoga. Just been kind of healing my body, doing my 12-step recovery work, and just doing life. Just taking a bit of a break from things and slowing down a little bit. So, because like I've told other people in my life, it's like either I have, Gebo has two modes. Either on one hand, I overwork and I stress myself out to work and produce content and to produce courses and to produce books and videos and all that. I'm overworking. Either that, or I'm completely avoiding myself and completely avoiding my needs and just kind of tuning out from society. It's either one of those polarities. So it's that's just something that I've always had like that. So it's something that I'm trying to retune, recalibrate, so that I don't get sick, and so I can look out for myself and stuff. And so the other thing that I wanted to talk about is the meditation and qigong, energy work, things like that. The moment that you start doing those things consistently, you'll start to see changes in your life. Things become clearer. You have a more clear vision of your life and what's going on and your place in the world and the things that are going on around you. And not only that, but when you meditate, it's like we're all connected. We all are there's this thing called the web of weird. The web of WYRD, weird. And essentially, that's a Norse term to describe the cosmic consciousness of the universe, meaning that we are all tied together in this giant web. And my consciousness, when I meditate, affects the entire web. In fact, affects everything, So when I meditate, I raise everyone up to the next level. So this is something that I want to really emphasize on this channel. is meditation. And, it's when we meditate collectively together, or when you are just doing your own meditation, that both of those raises the consciousness of the earth and the universe. So, we are pretty much in a hard spot, a hard situation, meaning that, we have a lot of stuff going on, not only in the United States, but also in China and other parts of the world. The Maui fires, pray for Lahaina. It's just a lot of stuff that we have, a lot of hardships that we have to deal with. And those hardships, those tests are basically, they're rising. They're coming to a climax. And so more of this is yet to come. The fires in Canada, the fires everywhere. There's been a lot of fire activity everywhere. Houses blowing up in Pennsylvania, Colorado, across the country. Houses blowing up. No reason why that happens yet, which is pretty strange. Usually they would say, oh yeah, it's the gas main, blew up, or yeah, there were some high explosives in the basement that blew it up, or whatever, But for this one, it's like, no, they haven't come up with anything, because the explosion was so powerful that it just left a hole, a crater in the ground. If you haven't seen that, look up PA house explosion. And basically it destroyed like a few houses and like 5 people killed and things like that. So just crazy stuff like that. Like, where does this come from? Like, this stuff is happening out of nowhere. There's some things that I can't say on YouTube, so I'm kind of beating around the bush here. A lot of conspiracy theorists would say that these events are planned, and that, like the crazy conspiracy theorists would say that, the explosion, the fires and whatever were plotted. A lot of conspiracy theorists again say that this happened so that rich developers could just buy up all the land for pennies on the dollar and just make it into a 21st century, or like a 15-minute city, a high-tech city. So, I don't know. I'm not suggesting that is the case. In fact, I don't believe it at all. Wink, wink. But, for YouTube's sake. But, it's like, how much more of this crap are we gonna take? So, of course there's civil disobedience, there's protest, there's, peaceful protest, unlike BLM. There is a bunch of different things like that. So, but there's also, guys, meditation. And I'm not talking about the one where you just quiet your thoughts and you just, try to be at peace with yourself, within yourself. that's a great meditation, you know, but that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about higher dimensional, interdimensional meditation, because we have this 3D Earth that's suffering with all these 3D problems, but then we have 5D that can kind of help out. The beings of 5D can help us with our meditations to heal the Earth, to send loving energy to the Earth. And so it's that when we raise our vibration, our energy to higher dimensions, and then have those dimensions send the energy to the Earth, that's when we can all kind of wake up and things will get better. My teacher says that there's going to be a solar event, a solar shift. He says that in meditation, in interdimensional meditation, he asked the higher dimensional beings what was going to happen, and they said it's going to be a series of solar waves of love coming from the sun. We can see, I believe the sun is heading into its solar maximum period, so there's going to be a lot of solar activity, coronal mass ejections, a lot of gamma radiation pouring into the sun and from the sun to Earth. So we all have this understanding of what's going on. And guys, I didn't really believe this at first, but then I experienced it for myself, and I'm like, wow, yeah, this is really happening. So I would do you a disservice if I didn't let you know what was going on. And I'm trying to approach it in a very sane way, I guess you would say, where it's you can actually see the scientific explanation of these things, if you look around for it. But yeah, so eventually I think the goal is to have but not necessarily the goal, but what people have been consistently saying and what has been consistently coming up with in meditations and through channeling and through different things like this is we're going to have the Earth split into, we're going to have two Earths. Not physically, I don't know, maybe not physically, but there's going to be some kind of a change, some kind of a thing where, we have the people who are perpetual victims and don't want to better their lives and don't want to, they are looking for reasons to be and stay miserable. That's this Earth that is going to be in that lower frequency, that lower vibration. And then we have the people on the same Earth, at the Earth, who are wanting to improve their lives and become more conscious and more loving, more free, and just have a better life, not be stuck in this Earth where we have fires and people's lives and homes and businesses are being destroyed. They want to go to another place where human beings are being empowered with higher dimensional energy. So that's kind of what's going on, is we are splitting into. You'll see the people who don't want to do any of that go to their own world, and the people who want to evolve and get better and become more spiritually attuned and full of joy, bliss, happiness, love. Those people will be taken care of. So, again, another thing that I learned from this is that it's not a certainty. It's not a certainty. So meaning that my teacher asked his higher interdimensional beings when this solar shift would occur, when the new Earth would emerge. And they basically said, it'll happen when you choose that it'll happen. Meaning that there is no certain timeline. Everything is fluid. The timeline is fluid. So we can go in this direction, or we can go in this direction. Whatever you choose. So it's your choice. You decide. So what I've been doing is meditating every single day. Sometimes it's, hours on end. And I've been choosing to bring this solar shift upon us. And creating my new Earth. Creating the Earth that I would like to have, to live in and be in. So, yeah, it's happening. And another thing that the interdimensional beings told my teacher was that essentially it's going to get worse before it gets better. Meaning that the dark forces, the elite, the cabal, whatever you want to call them, are going to try to ramp up their efforts to get us into a higher state of fear. If we're in fear, that means that we feel unable to have any control or determination over our lives. That's when we fear. Meaning that when they get you in a high state of fear, you're going to say, oh, let me take the jibby jab. Let me lock myself away in the house. Let me put on a mask that covers my face. Let me, do that. And so out of fear, they will try to trigger our fear response. You can even see it, a new version of the beer bug. That they're saying that's now coming around, and we see news stories about people, or about certain, I don't know what it was, but someone was, or like I forget what it was, but basically they were having mandates for masks, and it's just like, and I'll say right now, I'm not doing that. I'm not playing that game. I'm not giving into that fear. It's just not happening. I would much rather, well, I'll just say, I would die before I put on a mask on again. I'm not living in that world. I refuse. So, it's, you gotta choose for yourself. Do you want the forced jibby jab? Every 3 months or whatever the hell they're gonna come up with. Do you want that forced onto you, mandated? Do you want, to be like this everywhere you go? Do you want to be locked inside of your home? You choose. You want that, or do you want freedom? It's your decision. A lot of people are addicted to their limitations. Oh yeah, I would do this, but I can't because of whatever. Oh yeah, I would love to pursue my dreams, but I can't because of whatever. You can't make excuses anymore. You just can't. The idea of money. Just what is money? It is a symbol of a symbol, meaning that it's arbitrary. It's not real. U.S. government produces more of that each year. They just print it out of thin air. It's meaningless. It's worthless. Money is garbage. So, instead of saying, well, I wish I had money to do this, just go do it. Just go buy whatever you want. The world is ending anyway, so just go crazy. Go fulfill the things that make you happy. Go do the things that make you happy. I'm thinking right now, I'm actively looking for properties, just land in the middle of nowhere. I'm gonna go build me a cabin, middle of the woods, where I could just be away from everyone and chill out, relax. Even if it puts me in debt, I don't care. I don't care. Easier said than done. I mean, a part of me is definitely freaking out about the possibility of being in debt. But, that's okay. I can have that feeling, but I'll take the contrary action. It's time. The time has come where you either choose fear, choose to live in fear and slavery to a symbol of a symbol, the dollar. The dollar used to be gold-backed. And let's say even if it is gold-backed, $1 for 1 ounce of gold, or whatever the figure may be. We know that's not true because they've printed more money than God knows what in the last 3 years or so. I don't know. But let's say even if the money, the US dollar, was gold-backed, which we need to audit the Federal Reserve for. Even if it was, what is gold? How can you use gold? It's a question. How do you use gold? Can you eat gold? Can you wipe your butt with gold? Can you build a house with gold? Can you do anything with gold. We've all been taught that gold has this inherent significance, this inherent value, just because it's gold. But, tribal people throughout millennia have never used gold. If you go to a tribal person in South America or whatever, and you say, hey, I have a ton of gold, I have a whole briefcase full of gold for you. Can I buy your, all the food that you have in the village? Can I buy, all the houses that you have? Can I buy your cattle? Can I buy this or that? They would open the briefcase and they would say, what the hell is this? How is this valuable to me? How can I use this? They would throw you out of the village. It's not of any real value. Land is valuable. Cattle are valuable. Fruits and vegetables are valuable. Trees have value. But not gold, really, when you really think about it. So, it's really a symbol. The dollar is really a symbol of a valueless commodity. It's a symbol of wealth, of value. But really, the only reason the dollar is valuable, is because we say it is. We have this common agreement that the dollar is valuable. You go to a store. Okay? Let me pay with cash or credit or whatever. That's all tied to the US dollar. That is the accepted form of payment, but guys, I can't tell you how many times I have made a big purchase. I've purchased plane tickets to go to Hawaii, to go on vacation, to go wherever I want. The minute that I spend that money is the moment that I am telling the universe, I want this and I'm sacrificing to get it. And the universe says, oh wow, look at that. He's actually going after the things that make him happy. Yeah. And so what they'll do, what the universe does is give me money to show me that they support me, that the universe supports me. Through various means, through clients, through my books, through different things that I offer to people for services, or even just unconventional means, just maybe family giving me money out of nowhere, or things like that. When I live my truest happiness, the universe supports me in that. Now, that doesn't mean that it's easy. That doesn't mean that I have, oh yeah, I could go spend $5,000 here and there. No. I have severe resistance to spending any kind of money because, let's just be honest, I don't make a whole lot of money. So, yeah, it is challenging, but I do it anyway, and I get rewarded for that. Every time I go after what I want, the universe rewards me for that. And oftentimes I'll come back from vacations and I'll have more money than I started with. It's just funny, it works that way. So, yeah. You know. So the same thing can be true for you. Why not? Why not let the universe love you? Why not let the universe take care of you? You know, trust is an action. You don't say you trust somebody and then your actions dictate that you don't. You know, you don't say, oh yeah, I trust this person, but then you hide things from them, or you don't, you distance yourself from them. No, trust is an action. So, by trusting the universe, you take actions that demonstrate that you trust it. So, go do that. Go do the things that make you happy, because time is running out. I'm telling you guys, this year or next year will be, something drastic. I should just say, something drastic will happen either this year or next year. Up until like 2025, 2026, I think, is the timeline. But yeah, I mean, the more that people meditate, the more that people focus on their soul desire, the more we're going to push away these elites onto their own crappy hellhole of a world. And we'll have the new earth to ourselves. Jeff Bezos even said that he wants to put, basically the entire population of Earth into space, into these factories that make things or manufacture things or mine things from the moon or from different planets. He wants us all gone. He wants us all off the Earth. Bill Gates said, basically the same thing. He wants depopulation. Not quoting exactly. And, so, essentially, the global elites want something. They want you gone. Whether that's in space, whether that's off the Earth, just dead. Depopulation. They want the whole Earth for their selfish intentions. They want the Earth to be their playground. They want the Earth to be their property, their territory, and they want everyone else gone. This is extreme narcissism, psychopathy. Do you want to live in a world like that? Or would you rather embrace freedom? It's your choice. Totally your choice. But I would not be doing my job if I told you guys, everything's gonna be fine. It's not. You gotta choose right now. Make that decision every day. You going to follow your soul? Or are you going to live in fear? Or are you going to let the elites dictate your behavior, dictate what gets injected into you, dictate what you can and can't do, locking you in your home. You know, like the CCP, they actually, what is it called? Welded doors shut. CCP welded the doors shut of certain buildings and things like that. So people had no choice but to stay inside. The CCP is the Chinese Communist Party, by the way. Alright guys, well, so that's my petition to you. Meditate, become better, become more spiritually attuned, become more enlightened, become more self-aware. That doesn't mean that you have to discount and disregard all of your feelings. You can be afraid. You know, God knows I am sometimes. But as long as we're trying to pursue betterment of ourselves and others, happiness, forgiveness, love, self-awareness, and 12 steps are the way to do that, are one of the many ways to do that, but they are extremely helpful and important tool. So, yeah, hope this video doesn't get taken down. I just kind of went off today, but, anyway. Yeah, so we have the presidential debates tonight. Which, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna watch Trump or, Trump on Tucker or the presidential debates, but it'll be interesting to see anyway. Heck, even RFK is, fighting against, like, the jabs and whatever. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I'll try to be more consistent with uploading and all that good stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of an update and a little bit of a nudge to, to do the things that make you happy and give you joy. Because that's what's most important. So, alright guys, love you all. Peace, love. Namaste, everybody. Take care.